So today on Project Shop, we're over here in the front field, and we have this trailer loaded down with scrap and something actually pretty cool. I have all these structural, well, not structural, but beams, cross member thingy jiggies, whatever. And what they are for is a giant tent, like a heavy duty industrial tent, something that, you know, I can leave out and put some equipment under and whatever, use it for storage. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I think I have two, I want to say he said they're 30 by 30s, which would be a nice little setup here. Let's hope nothing falls on us. Man, we are jam-packed in here. These things take cables and all kinds of things, man. It's like these are real deal tents, you know. But I got to get this crap out of here, so I'm gonna bring the skid steer over here and bring the forks up over on the side, because this stuff was pretty much loaded in, and then everything was kind of loaded on top. So I got to get all the top stuff, and it is a lot up there, and there is a lot of machines up in here. We need to get these machines out, because we got that's pretty interesting. I think this particular one here, this is all three-phase stuff. We got a lot of motors. This one here has a big boy motor in it. We need to get that out of here so I can get this thing out of here. There's gonna be a lot of heavy steel. I paid $100 for all the equipment that you'll see in here, and there's one thing I hope it didn't get damaged that I want to keep, but all this other stuff, it's gonna go right to the scrap yard, unfortunately. I got no use for it. I don't know why they put it outside. I mean, I think the guy said it might have worked. Maybe a couple of issues here and there, but I ain't got time for woodworking machine. This is all woodworking stuff. We're just going to pull the motors out, crack them, and send them to the scrap yard. So I'm going to go get the skid steer, and we're going to start loading up. Okay, so here are the machines I got. Now these were just sitting outside of a woodworking shop, and the guy was trying to scrap them. He didn't have no way of hauling them, and they were going to sit outside over the weekend. And my friend was like, hey, you might as well sell them to this guy here. He's a scrapper. You know, it's probably not going to be there over the weekend. So I told the dude, hey, I really don't buy steel. Normally stuff like this I'd take for free. So I told him I'd split it with him. I paid him 3 cents a pound. So most of this stuff I'm just going to scrap. I will keep these handles. I think they're pretty cool. I got an idea for them. We will be pulling the motors out of here. If they are good, I think these are single phase. If they're good single phase motor, I will be keeping them. I have some projects I'm going to need some 220 motors for, some 110 motors. I don't have a use for this stuff. I think this is a joiner or something. I have a shop smith that has a joiner. I mean, I'm not really a woodworking guy, so, and I'm not sure why they would have wanting to get rid of this stuff. I don't have time to deal with it. The tops are heavy cast steel. I will separate them from the bottoms. That might even be aluminum. Let's see. No, that's steel. Okay. This thing here, that's interesting. That's like, what do you call that? It's like Velcro. I don't know if I want to get into this and take all this apart. You know, the price for prepared steel and sheet steel is just not that far off to where it would make it worth it. I will pull the motor and the wire out of this though. This big old behemoth, this thing weighs a lot. This thing weighs like over 2,000 pounds. I will keep these air connections. All these nuts and bolts actually go to that other thing that I have out there. I need to put them in another bin. This one here, like I said, is not nothing I really need. And look at the size of that big boy. I just did one like that. Had huge nuggets of copper in it. So we're going to pull that thing out of there. And yeah, we're going to bust that thing down, send it right to the scrapyard. I got no use for a motor that big right now. It probably works. Unfortunately, I don't have, this is definitely 3-phase. I can tell by the plug and the size of the motor. You're not going to get a single phase motor that big. I don't have enough 3-phase to power something like that. I wish I did, because that would make a great motor for a shredder or like a mini hammer mill. But what I am going to keep out of all of that is this giant belt sander, man. Look at this thing. It's a jet. Pretty sure it's 110. I brought it over here because I want to see the thing fire up. I hope it fires up, because if not, she's going right to the scrapyard. But I've been wanting a big belt sander for... Wow, look at the corrosion on that thing. If it even makes contact. Oh! Okay. I think that's making all that noise because, wow, that thing was singing. I don't know if, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. If wood working and Metal working require the same RPMs when it comes to sandpaper? That's a good question. I don't know. But if anything, I could probably get a different RPM motor. Let's see what this thing says. Wow, 3450 RPM. Holy smoke. That thing is singing. Oh, let's go over here and look at some of this other stuff. So, oh, and I don't know what this thing is. That's a planer or something. All I know is this thing is extremely heavy and solid. And it's going to go right to the scrapyard. This is the framework for the giant tent. And this thing is big. I mean, look how this is just, I think this is just one of the uprights. That's a base, so that, I mean, I got to figure out how this thing goes together. But this thing is huge. I'm pretty sure I can drive the machine in there. I'm not sure if the upright with the base goes here and then that goes across and they connect. Or if, I mean, that would make more sense. But yeah, I got to figure this out because I got so much stuff that's out in the rain right now. I've got tarps over some of it. But it's just, this is a prop. The guy was, and I seen where they had more of this stuff set up. He's using it as storage. So it's, you know, really industrial, heavy duty setup there. And I got two big tarps. I don't even know how I'm going to get them out of the truck. I probably should have thought about that before I put them in there and put straps under it. I could have picked them right out. But these are huge canvases. We can get different canvases for it or just use tarps if these are shot, you know. But they're 30 by 30, I think is what he said, which is massive. That's going to make for a great workstation. Or I can park my car under it temporarily until I get whatever. Oh, then I'm over here offloading and I start hearing air leaking out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell? So I come down here. This freaking cap just started leaking out of nowhere. And it seems like, I don't know, man, but all I know is lately I've been having tons of problems with the rubbers. And it seems like the last maybe 1 year that I've probably had 3 or 4 of those go bad. I'm done with the rubbers. So I'm going to go get me a whole bunch of the metal ones because I've had them to where, you know, it's rubber and then there's a brass insert glued in there and the glue is separating from the brass. So they're just making stuff like crap, you know, and trying to get you stranded on the side of the freaking road. I got a little bit of cleaning up out here. I made a mess. I'm gonna get the rake and rake this up. I dumped the steel over there. I'm gonna actually dump what's in the trailer over by my burn pile because there's a bunch of trash in here. I don't want to get in the grass. At least over there I can just scoop the dirt up with the machine. I got a couple little lights and some big old cats, but we're gonna get this stuff out of here. And yeah, that's it. That's my $100 load. So let me know what you guys think about that woodworking equipment. Should I keep any of it? I'm definitely gonna keep that sander. What do you think about that other stuff? Is it worth messing with? I think it's just gonna be sent to the scrap yard. I got no time for it really. I just want the motors out of them if they're good. And let me know what you think about this big old thing here, man. Have y'all ever seen anything like this? Have you put any of this stuff up before? I got me a little winch. I wonder if that's like tighten up the tent or something. It came with a whole bunch of cables and turnbuckles and stuff to tighten this stuff up. I'm going to be interested to see how all this goes together. And the fact that I have two of them and they're the exact same thing, I might just be able to like butt them together and make like one big one, you know? Even if I have to like overlap some tarps or something. I don't know, but I mean, if anything, it's a load of steel for the steel yard, but I think it'd be better used out here on the ranch. I was even thinking about taking one of them and maybe just using 4 posts and making a structure out there for the animals, you know, because they have no way to get out of the rain. I don't know. Who knows? But I have it. It was free. And I'm definitely going to put one up for my stuff. The other one, I don't know. We'll see. But we're definitely going to be sorting this out soon. I'm not going to mess with this until I'm done with the concrete. Because there's a bunch of stuff under there that might not go back under there. And I might need to put it under this stuff. And then the guy that gave this to me, you know, he'll come over and help me put it up. I might need to get footers or something. I mean, I guess I could set that on the ground or pour little footers. Looks like that thing will bolt to concrete. I mean, if I bolt that down to some concrete, it'd be like a permanent structure almost. It'd make a heck of a carport, I'll tell you what. And probably if it's bolted down like that, it'd be pretty good on the wind. So anyway, I got some other things I need to do. I'm going to finish cleaning up and figure out how to get that tarp out of the back of my truck. And then I have to go try to repair my wire stripper because I have an absolute ton of wire to strip this week and go pick up. So it's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be hectic. Thank God I got new batteries and a new fuel pump because we're going to be running the roads, man. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?